Hey guys, this is going to be another semi-tutorial, overview on makeup basics slash best of, I guess. You guys know I have my top 5 drugstore products, and then I have another video on how to buy makeup right for you, and this is going to be how to or kind of which brushes are the best to have and kind of what I consider the most essential, especially if you're just starting to get into makeup and don't really have that many brushes yet, or if you've been doing like the same basic thing for a couple years and are now starting to experiment more with different looks. These are just brushes that I think everyone would find useful. And please note, it's not the exact specific brushes, like I'm not going to say go out and buy this brand, this brush, but buy one similar. So I'm going to start with the face brushes and then move on to the eyes. The first is everyone needs a good powder brush, and this one is my Bare Escentuals Full Flawless Face Brush. This one has a silver handle because I got it with the Platinum collection, but they do sell it separately and it has like a black handle. But I use one that's really dense because I have oily skin, and when I put my powder on, I need it to cover up the oil, and I don't like to touch up during the day. The only makeup I carry in my purse is whatever lipstick or lip gloss I'm wearing that day, so I don't touch up on powder or anything. So if you're not as oily as me and you need to use a powder, you can use one more like this, which is the Bare Escentuals just plain flawless face brush, not the full flawless. And you guys can see the difference in size here. So this one's like a lot bigger and a lot more dense. And actually I know some people, if they use like a mineral or powder foundation, use something like this because it's kind of like a cross between a kabuki and a powder brush. So if they want like a lighter foundation application than a kabuki, they can use something like this. Next thing everyone needs is a good blush brush, and I would kind of recommend, again, this is the Flawless Face Brush by Bare Escentuals. It's like a really good kind of size for like sweeping, and you can either just stroke it on or do it in swirls, buff it in, that's what I mean. And then also, if you don't want to spend the extra money on like an angled face brush or something, you can kind of squish it to contour. So there you go. And usually in most cases, like, I'm all for animal rights and stuff, but I do find that natural hairs work better in most cases, and unless you're using a liquid, then you should use synthetic hairs because natural ones can soak up the liquid. And then next, I think everyone needs a good skunk brush. Let me get mine out. This is the Sonia Kashuk highlighting brush. You guys can see it's called skunk because it has the black on the bottom and the white on top. And this is so versatile. I know, like, you guys, it's also known as the stippling brush or the highlighter brush. These are so versatile. I actually have 2 of them. I might get another one soon, but I used to use these for liquid foundation before I got my blue sponge, and it worked well for that. Not this exact one, but a different skunk brush. And now I use it for blush. If I have a blush that's like really pigmented and I want like a really light application, this provides that because it's not as dense as some other brushes. You can stipple it on to create a heavier application. You can use this with powders or creams, and then you can also use it for highlighters. That's what I did today. I'm not wearing any blush right now, but I just put like a highlighter on and just did it kind of like in this little C area, and I love the effect it gives. It's like a very ethereal glow. So skunk brush. And that's it for face brushes. I mean, I know obviously people have more, but those are the only ones I think are really basic. I guess if you use liquid foundation, you could say a foundation brush or a concealer brush or something, but I don't use them because, as you guys saw in my foundation application video, I kind of use like my hands for the concealer or the blue sponge. So I guess I could add that to my list of essential brushes, even though it's not technically a brush. But anyway, moving on to eyes. I think everyone needs a good lid brush that's versatile. This is the Bare Escentuals Wet Dry Shadow Brush, but I think it's really similar in shape to the MAC 239. And it's really good. You can just see this shape of it. It's like slightly curved, but it's really dense, so you can use it to like pack on the color. Like if you're using something wet, you can use it. You can use it to dry to like pat on. You can use it like, just to swipe it on, whatever. And it's so good. I use this on my lid like every time I do eye makeup. Next, I think you need a good crease slash blending brush. I use my MAC 217 for all of this. And I do think this is a pretty unique brush. I don't think many other companies have a brush in this like exact same shape, which I love because I can use it for the crease, I can use it for blending, I can use it for like the outer half of my lid if I want a different color there. It's really great, but if you don't want to spend the money on MAC and you want like a good crease brush that's of similar quality, I get the Sonia Cash Hook one. And I find that the fluffy crease brushes can be more versatile. And again, this is only for beginners, so I would say only one crease brush is absolutely necessary if you don't want to do really intricate looks. But of course, I have other crease brushes that are varying sizes and ones that are more like not as fluffy. Like you guys can see these. And this is the Essence of Beauty crease brush. So there you go. And then I think everyone should have some sort of highlighter brush. I use the Essence of Beauty Dome Shadow or my e.l.f. eyeshadow brushes, just to, like, you know, kind of cover this whole brow bone area and get in there. And then one last one, because if you don't want to use liner, you can use a brush like this or like this, and you can use, like, especially this one with like gel or cream liners, or, you know, wet it and dip it into an eyeshadow and use that for liner. This one's the Bare Escentuals Heavenly Liner Blending Brush. It creates kind of like a softer look. I use this with dry shadows. And this is the Essence of Beauty liner brush. And it's stiffer, and I use this like with either wet shadows or like cream liners or gel liners to create like a more defined look. So yeah, those are the only brushes I think are really necessary. So I hope this helps some of you guys who are just starting out in makeup or just starting to build like a brush collection. So if you guys have any questions on any of the videos or on any of the items I used here or anything else, just leave a comment or send me a message. Bye guys.